Consider that everything you've been taught is backwards. You wake up every morning trying to control your life. You make plans, you organize your schedule. You search for certainty. You believe happiness waits on the other side of perfect order. But what if order has been misleading you all along? What if the greatest discoveries, the deepest loves, the strongest versions of yourself could only emerge from chaos? Human beings have always feared disorder. Ancient civilizations imagined chaos as monsters lurking beyond the borders of maps. Religions describe creation as the triumph of order over the void. Governments promised stability. Parents tried to protect children from uncertainty. Even your own mind constantly searches for patterns where none exist, because chaos feels like death. But there is another possibility. Perhaps chaos is not the enemy. Perhaps it is the path. Nature never chose stability. Look closely at nature. Nothing truly stays still. Stars explode before creating new elements. Forests burn before becoming richer. Volcanoes destroy entire landscapes, only to produce the most fertile soil on Earth. Evolution itself depends on mistakes. Every species alive today exists because countless genetic errors created something unexpectedly better. Without mutation, there would be no humanity. Without instability, life would never evolve. Nature doesn't avoid chaos. Nature uses it. The universe is not a perfectly engineered machine. It is an endless experiment. And somehow, out of billions of accidents, you appeared. Why your mind hates chaos? Your brain evolved for survival, not truth. Predictability meant safety. Unknown sounds in the forest often meant predators. Unexpected movement could mean death. So your nervous system learned one simple rule: avoid uncertainty. Today, there are far fewer lions, yet your brain reacts to uncertainty exactly the same way. A lost job feels like extinction. A breakup feels like annihilation. Moving to another country feels terrifying. Failure feels unbearable. Not because these things truly end your life, but because your ancient brain mistakes uncertainty for danger. You don't fear chaos. You fear what chaos might reveal about you. Nietzsche and the Dancing Star. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche wrote one of his most mysterious sentences: "One must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star." At first it sounds poetic, but it is far more radical than that. Most people spend their lives trying to eliminate every contradiction inside themselves. They suppress uncomfortable emotions, hide impossible dreams, silence dangerous questions, become predictable, become acceptable, become ordinary. But Nietzsche believed creativity comes from internal conflict. Great artists aren't peaceful. Great thinkers aren't comfortable. Great revolutions begin inside restless minds. Your confusion, your uncertainty, your contradictions may not be signs that you're broken. They may be signs that something new is trying to emerge. The most dangerous illusion. There is a strange paradox. The more control you seek, the less alive you become. Imagine reading the same book every day, eating the same meal forever, meeting the same people, walking the exact same street. Eventually, life becomes perfectly predictable and perfectly empty. Comfort slowly transforms into imprisonment. This is why many successful people suddenly abandon careers, why wealthy individuals feel lost, why people with everything still experience existential crises. Because human beings don't merely seek safety, we seek transformation. And transformation always destroys who we were. Chaos is simply the name we give to that destruction. Heraclitus and the river that never stands still. More than 2,500 years ago, the Greek philosopher Heraclitus made a claim that still feels unsettling today. No man ever steps in the same river twice. At first it sounds obvious. The water's always flowing. But Heraclitus wasn't really talking about rivers. He was talking about you. Every moment changes something. Your thoughts shift. Your memories fade. Your body replaces its own cells. The person you were a year ago no longer exists in quite the same way. Yet we spend our lives desperately trying to preserve a fixed identity. We say, this is who I am. This is my life. This is how things should stay. But according to Heraclitus, this is an illusion. Reality is movement. Everything that lives is constantly becoming something else. Chaos is not the interruption of life. It is life. The suffering begins only when we demand permanence from a universe built on change. Perhaps every unexpected event, every failure, every ending is not reality breaking apart. It is reality continuing exactly as it always has. The river keeps flowing. The only question is whether you'll keep trying to stand still or learn to flow with it. The butterfly that never planned to fly. Imagine a caterpillar. If it could think, the cocoon would look like catastrophe. Its body literally dissolves into biological chaos. Almost nothing remains intact. From the caterpillar's perspective, everything has gone wrong. Its old identity disappears. Its structure collapses. It becomes liquid. Only then does something impossible emerge. A butterfly. Transformation required destruction. Without the collapse, there could never be wings. How many moments in your own life felt like endings, only to become beginnings years later? The university rejection, the failed relationship, the unexpected move, the job you lost, the friend who disappeared. Perhaps none of these were interruptions. Perhaps they were the cocoon. Walking into the unknown. The greatest explorers did not wait until maps were complete. Scientists do not begin with certainty. Artists do not create masterpieces by repeating yesterday. Every meaningful journey begins with not knowing. The strange thing is this: you are already living inside uncertainty. Tomorrow is unknown. Your future is unknown. Even the person you will become next year is unknown. The only difference is whether you resist uncertainty or cooperate with it. Maybe courage isn't the absence of fear. Maybe courage is walking with chaos instead of running from it. What if chaos is the way? Perhaps you've been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, how do I avoid chaos? Ask, what is chaos trying to teach me? Every ending rearranges possibility. Every collapse reveals hidden foundations. Every uncertainty forces growth. The universe has never promised comfort. It has only promised change. And maybe change has always been its greatest gift, because the people who discover extraordinary lives are rarely those who found perfect certainty. They are the ones who learned to dance while everything was still falling apart. Maybe your life doesn't need more control. Maybe it needs more trust. Not trust that everything will go according to plan, but trust that even disorder can become direction. Perhaps the path you've been resisting is the very path that leads you to yourself. So the next time life falls apart, before calling it failure, consider one final possibility. What if chaos is not standing in your way? What if chaos is the way?